Yes.
I'm thoroughly disappointed in chat again today.
We haven't gone live yet. Oh, now we're live. Well, there's
Don't worry,
adverts on Twitch.
we will have been live for YouTube at this point, so anyone going back and rewatching the stream through YouTube later on will be able to tell who I'm disappointed in.
Hello, Twitch. Let's see YouTube open.
Liberate the secret of immortality. Morality Commission. Strategic information from Gators Mern in the Corsair Forest. Still haven't done that. Tomb colonists. Open a monstrous eel. Yes. Yes. Why was my ship so damaged?
Can't remember.
Yes, thank you. I probably should blame the crustacean menace. Where was the dry dock? Dry dock. There you go.
Let's see. So, Potato. Hello, Potato. Hello, Bernie. Hello, sexy viewers.
No.
Says, oh, Mia, during story monologue, can you use Silas's voice? I feel it would work here. It would work well here. And Bernie says, is it me you are disappointed in by any chance?
No, it's all of you.
Why are we disappointed with chat? Oh, I'm going to say we haven't.
For some reason, they're just committing sacrilege and putting more...
Oh, the beep boop test.
Not just that. They're also doing nonsense along the lines of hitting K. Or chatting before we're supposed to chat, Sal. Right. I've gained 60. Look at that. These people do their job reliably. Right. So what else can I do? I could go to tattoo parlor. That's not really what I want. I've already talked with them. I have a lodging thing. I don't need that. I don't want to talk with the shady guy just yet. I'm not that desperate. And the merchant venturer. I need the reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than the market rates. And he won't ask how you came by these things. Hold on, I think I already talked with him. He wants to have a dream and a scheme. And he wants me to talk further with him. Right. Okay, never mind. Goodbye. Now we shall find that weird Gans. Hold on, did I stock up on food? I did not.
And fuel, for that matter.
Can I have some truck backing up beeps, please?
Beep, 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 beep. Vehicle reversing. Beep, 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 beep. Vehicle reversing. Beep, 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 beep. Can we stop now?
Well, we've docked, so yes, of course. Shops! Right, Mrs. Plenty's shipside provisions. Oh, why is this so expensive? Yes, 7 is a good number. 7 is a good number. How do I relieve my stress level?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why people are quite so... Oh, you've got your lights off. Maybe that's...
What? No, I had them off. I have them off now. Thank you for reminding me. We don't need lights where we're going.
Well, that's why they're terrified, because you're driving without lights.
They're just not used to my advanced driving style. So, where would this place be?
At Mia, what's 7 times 7?
Extremely fine sands.
40-something.
49.
49, okay.
It's a German joke.
Oh, is it?
Because the German word for 7 also... Oh yes, well done. Also, is the German word for sieving sand?
Oh, sieving sand, really?
Yes. So if you sieve something 7 times, it turns into really fine sand. Or it's 49. It's a dumb trick question that everybody hates. Oh no, the crustacean menace.
Oh, and it's armoured as well.
No, it just says auroral megalops.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it said armoured. It's spotted you.
It's scared. Maybe it's me
not
who's...
that scared.
It's alright, I'll just quickly dock here for a moment. Welcome to Mutton Island. Quakers Haven. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. I could have some drinks at the Cock and Magpie. Or
say hello to Spotted Cow. Hi,
hello, Spotted Cow.
Who says no good moves today. He's got a headache. Sorry to hear that, Spotted Cow.
Alright, fine. Have a bad mood to you two.
Bernie says, anyway, what's the backstory here? Some subterranean ocean? This is London after it's fallen and after the floods.
I think the story is explained more in a browser game of the same name as in Fallen London. I've been told. I could pick up a wretched mog. What's a mog? A yellow-eyed, mangy piebald things winds around my ankles like a manacle chain. I've never seen a cat's mouth open that wide. Presumably it's hungry. Does that replace my comatose ferret?
What was the ferret for? I can't remember.
It gives me 1 heart. I can right-click to speak with this officer. I can play with the ferret. Today the ferret is wary. There's a fake glint in its eyes. The ferret admires itself in a mirror, the sleek fur of its leg. It rolls its lip to admire its teeth. Or is that what it's doing? Is it yawning? Or mesmerized by the mirror? Impossible to say. I've gained 1 terror. Wow, thanks, ferret. I think I want to have the weird cat now. It jumps down from your arms and disappears into the darkness of the ship. An hour later, 5 brutally executed rats are found on the foredeck. Appoint your new mascot by dragging him from the officer's tab to his slot at the top of the screen. If you do this at sea rather than a port, you may affect crew morale. You now have 1 wretched mog. I have also lost 3 supplies. How did that happen? Damn it. Officers. Yes. Take that, ferret. Hold on, I need to buy new supplies. Shops. There are no shops available here. Okay, fine, never mind. We don't have supplies. Onwards we march.
Cell's here. Hello,
Cell.
Who says there is no sun because it's all underground. Somewhere, at least.
Yeah, but how did they justify there being no sun when you move upstairs into the sky?
Can't remember why there's no sun. I did know a little bit of the lore behind this, but I can't remember it. Oh, pirate.
Oh, I missed.
Nice.
Oh, what are they doing? No, I'm not planning on overtaking. Would you mind? I like ship combat. It seems easier than dealing with the crustacean menace. I've destroyed a crack pirate steam pinnace. Loot and scuttle the ship. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbours, but there's something at the back of the hold. I have finished opening a cache of curiosities. I found a bolt of fabric. Shake out a little and let it glimmer in the light. Yes, spider silk. You can find spider silk in London, of course. There are troubles there with sarrow spider infestations, like anywhere in the Neath. But for the real quality, you need to go east to the Kanate or to the fang-bristling fastness of Saviour Rocks. I've finished opening my cache of curiosities, and I now have 1 bolt of spider silk. I did it, fellas. I'm back in business. I've got the silk. We're also out of food almost.
Damn cat.
General Kenobi.
Hey, Lieutenant Lucan.
Or that. That works too, I guess.
There was a weird video glitch just now. I missed that.
What weird video glitch? Did it say no signal or something? Ah, uncharted territory.
Now, you've almost used half your fuel, so you might want to actually head back and...
No, I have Station 3 Depot A up there. That should have a shop harbour, didn't it? Right?
Oh, colours dancing across the screen for a fraction of a second.
How weird.
Oh, I wonder if that's because I just switched the light out because it was flashing on and off like the bulb's about to blow. Maybe the light
we're not holding a camera to the screen. We're having a direct string recording. This should not happen like that.
I was thinking maybe... I don't know. Light switches used to interfere with TVs. Ah, Cell didn't see it. Potato says he didn't see it either. Maybe Bernie's having a stroke. Have the eye hatched yet?
No, they haven't. Quite concerningly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The weird woman with the eye was hatching. That's right.
Loot and scuttle it. Cache of curiosities. Crates, the source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. I've gained 5 supplies. No need to head back to shore for food, except for fuel. We don't need fuel where we're going. We're going to the Fosgen Bleaks.
You've still got a red circle, like something.
Yeah, that's the battle circle. I'm aware. Iron and Misery Call. Funging station?
I guess so. Let's hope they sell fuel.
A velvet forest of fungi. Ew. Gross. What shops do they have? They do sell fuel, everybody!
Yeah. Bernie says, yeah, now you mention it, it felt exactly like a light switch interfering with things. And Cell says, I see, a switch-induced stroke. Concerning.
Mildly. Hold on. Do they have anything for me to do? Because I'm slowly running out of money. I could have tea with the factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. An interlude. I sit on the veranda of the factor's house, looking out over the fungal jungle, an expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores, the scones are stale, even the tea has a hint of mildew.
Ew.
But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, the monstrosities of the sea, of lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderbright where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Venderbright, I know I'd never met a tomb colonist who could cook, but you must visit the place. Do you know it? I have been up to Venderbright, but I don't think I went to a restaurant up there, probably because the place is full of walking corpses. He also has a load of Bolagus front? Bolagus front? What's that?
I'm not sure.
Carted aboard your ship. He waves away my thanks and says, I have eaten so much of the stuff for fear that it might be transformed entirely into fungus soon. So I'm sharing my misery with you. He leans confidently towards me. It happens, you know, but one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. I guess if you are living in a fungal forest, there isn't a lot else that you can eat. Okay, but I've been told of an exceptionally fine restaurant in Venderbright. Nice! What else can we do here? We could gather supplies.
Hey, Tammy. Hello.
Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck! Oh, I'd rather not. But I can compile a port report. The Admiralty likes to keep an eye on iron misery's activities. The business of spores, of course. INM's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. Yes, money for me. Anyway, I think that takes care of that. Map.
Okay.
We still
They
haven't
don't have a dry dock by any chance,
pick
do
mode
they? Where
aisle.
you
What?
could-
Why would I need to? I'm almost full hull.
No, I suppose.
Onwards!
Potato is reminding you to do Silas's voice. What's Silas's voice?
Yes, the Rat King. No, sorry, the Rat Prince from Ghost of a Tale.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course.
Moody's Light. We have entered a fog bank. Our gunners struggle to see our foe. I struggle to see anything for that matter.
I presume that other things would also struggle to see you?
Not the crustacean menace. Yes, my people are terrified.
The Brat King. the
Rat King.
the Rat King.
Sorry, Rat Prince. Lothar from the foredeck. Who the hell is laughing here? Is it you, creepy-eyed woman?
Rat King?
I'll stop talking with these people.
Episode 1, The Crustacean Menace.
Oh no, don't worry. Every episode is the crustacean menace. Ha! Two houses, both alike in dignity. On a lonely desert beach, there is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth from which sprouts stunted palms? Okay. Not quite tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Okay, let's go and see what's on here. War? As you step on the quarry, you hear a clamor, shouts and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving as if awaiting your approach.
Except it's pronounced key.
Sorry.
That's okay.
The following is an extract from the popular diary of Sea Captain from London to Ireland War. What we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore in Mutton Island and subsequently serialized in the unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. The tale of Pickmoat Isle, in which a delegation is made of choice, is represented wars declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and the near empire is founded with tooth and claw. Chapter 1, the delegate... Do I need to read the entire story now? Oh, for crying out loud. The figures were the rodents. To my left was a rathis viper, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron and an assortment of tools. To my right an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. "Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I'm Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The rat stepped back at precisely the same moment. With what appeared to be the ease of long habits, the guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. "Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Gavia. I am Lady... Oh, God. I am Lady Augusta de Veraux, Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, Seneschal to our King Craignar, first of his name, and I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. The two remarkable rodents sat, squatted, both seeking my support. I knew I had to choose carefully.
So Potato says, "Oh yeah, voices make this game many thousands of percents more amazing." Is that 1 million? Yeah,
It's
1
a
million. And Tammy said, "Episode 2, Attack of the Crabs," or "Ocean Wars." Episode 3, Revenge of the Squid. And then Cell adds, "Episode 4, New Ship."
Oh no, it's fine. We can still fly half a ship. We don't need a new one. The old one's doing fine.
Episode 5, The Lobster Strikes Back. And Bernie says, "I'm just going to mute this now."
Yeah, you should. I should speak to the chief engineer, who's a rat, which we, for some bizarre reason, favour now. His eyes had a wave cold glint to them, and he wore his scars like jewels. I lost my voice. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. "We came to this island to make a home for ourselves, away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat." The chief engineer nodded towards at the distant hill. "One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Cavey saw the light, and they've lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them?" Do we listen to the weird guinea pig woman?
But first of all, Lieutenant Lucan says, "Okay, if it's supposed to be a Russian accent, that wouldn't be a Russian novel. Russian novels go like this. Man is sad. He struggles and wins a bit."
Hold on, stop.
Yeah.
Man is sad. He struggles and wins a bit. He really tries. Man dies.
So, Sally, you playing Minecraft after me? I might play Minecraft a little bit later, not straight away.
She might play Minecraft at any time of the day. You can never prepare for it.
Last time I checked, it didn't go like that. Well, I guess not. Yeah, let's talk to Hamster Woman.
Well, the rats are making an effort to have a nice life, but they could still die at the hands of the weird guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I forgot what the hamster woman's voice was. The Serenchal cleared her throat with the delicacy to rival a duchess's own speaking. Wow, Gregnar the king, our lord and sovereign, for 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, nor city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Short shall be our glorious in their fall, when our lady's eye restored to be our hall. The Serenchal composed herself and then added, We saw truth and beauty by the light of our lady's eye and Mount Caveat. But the rats, with their guns and chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-short velvet of our paws. Will you join us? Do we have favorites here? Chat, fellas, come on, speak up. In the meantime, I can briefly touch upon a very short, funny story. The crazy soup lady asked me today if there was a possible way to program her digital phone to have some sort of phone book. She doesn't have to type out the number every time because she phones people outside of the organization a lot. And yes, I pointed at the phone book button. That was right there. And then after a bit of fiddling, I walked her through the process of adding somebody. And when we got to the point where she had to enter a name, I told her, all right, now, at the moment you're just in the search directory. That's not going to work. Just type some random thing, let it search for that, and after that we can add a new entry. So I told her, go type some random letters. What did she do? She took her hands and just mashed them onto the keyboard of her computer, and then was surprised when she didn't see any changes on the phone.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh, Spotted Cow's HGV training today was fun and scary. The truck weighed 40,000 kilos. 40 tons. Wow.
Is that why today's a bad mood day?
No, headache.
Oh yeah, just the headache. Well, maybe the truck caused the headache by just resting on the cowhead.
And do you want to read Lieutenant Lukin's other Russian novel scenario?
You can read the introduction, I'll take over.
The other scenario goes like this.
Man is sad. He struggles. His dog, so dignity, daughter dies. Man is even more sad.
Cell says a fun story for everybody. Well, except him, I guess.
Yes, I enjoy that story. Sal, do you have any preferences given that chat doesn't?
I think the rat.
You're just saying that because we played the rat game? I'm saying that because we played the rat game. I had heard more than enough. I'm ready to make my choice. As you can well imagine, I faced quite a dilemma. The red eyes stared up at me, waiting for my choice. Hold on, are they rat's eyes, actually?
You can make peace. You can attempt to broker a peace.
No, we side with the chief engineer. I do not want the weird guinea pig woman to win this. I sided with the chief engineer. He seemed grumpy but honest, also I knew all too well that what rat-made weapons can do. A friend of rats. I extended the finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The seneschal hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance. You've made the right choice, said the chief engineer. Let me show you around. I've gained 1 fuel, 1 supply, and an occurrence to my memoirs. A rat in the making quality is now 1. I can choose to help the rats. Yes. Chapter 3. A rat in the making. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we came upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats. perhaps only 50 ratus vapor all together, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light beaming out from a stump of chicken wood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow and was almost too bright to look at. By its light I could see that several raised mounds of earth suggested shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets with others stabbed sharpened sticks into waves. Further inland was a barracks, where a surgeon parked the reels at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously. "Welcome to Marina," said the chief engineer's voice warm with pride. "It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council." I lost his voice, by the way. With that, he vanished into the mounds and left me to explore. Who should I visit? The barracks and look at the star, or should I do it to the beach to have a chat with fishing fellas? I can do all of these things. The real sergeant appeared to be sizing me up. Well, the few rats around her really all she had to launch an attack. Oh, she's a woman. Would she like to try herself at Russian accents, by the way?
No.
We were fighting impressive odds. I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chicken with jerk cooked and on. Would you mind reading from here onwards?
I can't.
Oh, it's too small. Never mind.
"There's more of us below ground," she explained, "but not enough. The cavies are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons but haven't got the stuff to make 'em with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools and the fur on our backs. We can fish when we nibble the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us and we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace, to build our republic and the rat star," she added thoughtfully after a moment. "Of course, we want that too."
Ah, right, that's the introduction thing again. I visited the barracks. Let's look at the rat star. An excitable-looking rat was peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes of what appeared to be real paper. Blue as a sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. "It's not a star, of course, not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale, but just look at it. Look." She offered me her goggles. I managed to work with them over just enough of one of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was scintillac, but unlike any red seen before, blue as a sapphire but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color was tremendously soothing. The chief signs of us tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back. "Those of us who've been on to the cavie side of the island and lived to tell of it say there's a plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took this from the island centre, Mount Ararat, only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow, there's sweet water inside and coral crawling all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us." Ow. "And let's talk to the fish rats," where the green billows played. An albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking daintily and a little shy.
"Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried and out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things, blind fish, crabs, the crustacean menace, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle, but the fishing would never be good without the rat star." He beamed.
I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief signs of it doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Well, fine. We finished our exploration. Let's go talk with the War Council. The bells of the War Council rang. I was summoned. The chief engineer emerged from underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as the weapon experts, strategists, and field commanders.
So, you're going to help us beat the cavies?
He said, a hard edge to his voice.
But how exactly?
I had nothing to offer but my advice. I offered my strategic assistance. I had determined to take the lead. I had a ship. I had cannons who would steer her up to the southern side of the island and have at those suppity animals. My iron quality gives me a 40 chance of success. And my rails quality gives me a 38 chance.
Maybe nothing to offer just at the moment. We might come back later.
We do! I determined to take the lead. I'd had the ship, I had cannons. We would steer her up to the southern side of the island and have out those up at the animals. A palpably, the rats gave me what information they possessed about the Cavi settlement, but they still had to improvise a great deal on the spot. A perfect storm of speed, stealth, and strength in arms favoured us, our cannons letting fly a volley of shot onto the beach before the Cavis could scramble onto their grounded ship to man its guns. Screams and squeals filled the air. The enemy fled. A damp hush settled over my crew as the smoke cleared to reveal the torn-blooded bodies of guinea pigs littering the shore. A grim business. But I had honoured my commitment to the rats and found a wealthy skintalak carrying the beach to harvest the spoils. Aha! We did it. We defeated a bunch of small critters with ship cannons. That's sensible, right?
As long as they didn't also have cannons.
Well, they did have cannons, but they didn't manage to fire them. I succeeded in an iron challenge. The higher the quality, the higher the chance of success. And Heil Muriania. This is now...
Hail, not Heil.
Oh.
Wrong language.
Sorry.
Same word, other way round.
Sorry. And an occurrence, my pick mode Isle might quality is now 5. Adequate. Wow, the rats like me. An occurrence, my pick mode Isle civilization quality is now 4. Troubled. Yes, I might have caused a civil war. Oh no. And it's also conflicted. And I've got 3 skintilac, and I now have 1 bale of parable linen. Nice. Chapter 5. A nation is born. The house of Gavir had fallen. Morinia was triumphant. All that remained were the celebrations and the continuation of our voyage. Oh, how we feasted along the night. Then, I invited one of the ratt's favourite to join us. After all, what's a ship without a few rats? I interceded on behalf of the Cavis. They were crushed, defeated, and I could see their spirits broken without the light of the rat star to guide them. They needed an advocate. No, I'm not switching sides now. Ooh, no. Nor the white dark sea beckoned. We had eaten our fill and our... Nah, I want a rat. Welcome aboard. The chief engineer couldn't leave his colony, but he relayed my request to his people. The albino rat I saw mending net shyly stepped forward. I'm good at fixing things, he said earnestly, and I'd like to see more of the world. I waited for him to gather up some effects and say goodbye to his family before accompanying him in the port. I now have 1 albino tinkerer. Nice. I've also lost 1 Pigment Isle civilization thingy. It's now struggling. Yes, nice. Well, do they have any shops now? The white dark sea beckoned. We had eaten our fill and our business was concluded. It was time to continue our voyage and see what other wonders and terrors still awaited us. The end. There, you finished your diary entry and the final dregs of the rat's surprisingly good wine. They line up to salute as you leave the victory banquet, escorting you to your ship through the foundations of their new republic. That's all for now. That's all, folks. Goodbye. Do they have shops? No, they don't have shops yet.
Oh, but you need to drag your thing to the offices. I guess.
Oh no! That replaces my cat!
Can you put your cat in a different slot?
No, apparently it only fits into the basket slot. Do I need 2 iron or do you need 2 veils? Damn it! Goodbye, Balorso.
Oh, bye, Borso.
Did you just call him Borso?
No, Borso. Well, Bernie. Bye, Bernie.
Well, there was that. How we do? Okay, we have 7 supplies and 7 fuel. We're doing fine. Nice. I also have a lot of strange stuff. What's the skinty like?
Oh, did you mean to sell some of that stuff while you were in London?
Probably, but I still have half the cargo bay empty. Oh, hold on. Can I make a thing for the oh look, how nice. For the Admiralty's office. Help Mariniers dissolve his dilemma. An aid runs over. Hell is advised you return to us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdoms once again. I probably need staff. Unlocked when something awaits you is okay. The request repairs. No, I can't yet. Visit the Cavi Ghetto. It has not been kind to its enemies. Oh heavens. Or steal the rat star. Oh no, I wouldn't do that to these fellas. What? Let's move on.
Not yet. Shall we just have a look? Chat's been saying an awful lot.
Oh yeah, fair point. You do that, I'll sail on to the sea.
Okie dokie, let's have a look. So we scrolling back, we were at the point where Bernie said Sal loves rats and suggested it was because they're delicious to the Khajiit. Let's see, and we had Sel and Spotted Cow and Bernie talking about driving big trucks in Norway. Tammy says, I think Soup Lady and Rufus from Deponia should get a van and drive around and try and solve crime.
I'd be in favour of that, just because she'd be busy doing something else.
Rufus would kill too many children.
Oh no.
The Rat Star Republic sounds like some cheap rip-off. Communist spiders for the win, says Lieutenant Lukin.
Communist spiders?
Bernie says, so Pixelmon tomorrow at 8? Oh, quite possibly.
I thought tomorrow is 2 Point Hospital.
And Spotted Cow says, I have my appointment to take the first of 3 licenses on the 27th of March. Ooh, good luck. Hail Mariania. Mariania. Oh, Spotted Cow needs a neck massage. Too bad he's single. Taser says, I wonder if they have any bird mascots. Oh, maybe. Stricture 2, hello, welcome to the streams.
Hello there.
Says, naturally you want to get rid of the wretched mog. Oh yeah, we've got rats and cats on board. And there is the
How do I get rid of the mog?
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo? I don't think I can drag the cat into a cooker.
No, cockatoo is like a cockatoo. It's a parroty type thing, I'm guessing.
There is a vast sorrow in their empty eyes. The souled lions stare down at ye. 2 basiled beasts, cathedral-sized, they frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment, creeping human figures eat away as it feature like foot-picking. Pick-picking. What? There's a supply dock below. I could visit the Unmakers. Do I have the Admiralty? Compile a port report. Time basalt dissolution. Notes for the Admiralty. Record the activity of the Unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. Nice. Also, let's visit the Unmakers. Muscular peak wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach, passing hip flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. You're right.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're trying to read.
Yeah.
Do you need help?
No.
You can right-click on the image and tell it to go full screen, so you see the same resolution as me.
I didn't know that. What? Enable preview?
No. The thing that says full screen.
That one?
Yes, select the right display, otherwise
and it
you might...
doesn't affect the...
No, it does not. Whoa!
Oh.
Magical!
Didn't know I could do that.
You should have asked.
Didn't know to ask. Yeah, okay, so now I can read it.
Right. I need the overseer's voice. We get funding from the bazaar, it is true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to places under the bazaar, more like tea cakes. I've lost 5 terror, probably because I was talking about tea cakes?
Maybe.
And that's all for now, and I've gained 1 fragment. Nice! What else can we do? Apparently nothing. Do they have a shop here? No, of course not. Well, we've got the port report, so that's nice.
We should go somewhere where we can sell stuff.
Well, I'm finding a spot soon, I hope. Onwards and outwards.
Oh yeah, and I should make sure that there's no scrolling to be done. Right, good. Oh wow, it's a lot better in big screen.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Mm.
Oh no.
What?
Ready the cannons, man. Oh no! Oh no! I've made a mistake!
Uh-oh.
I think they might have spotted us in... Aha! Haha! We got them now! Oh no, they've got sideways cannons.
They missed you.
Well, let's miss them too. I missed at missing.
Ooh, one more shot.
I feel like the crustacean menace is sneaking up on us in the fog. Loot and scuttle the pirate frigate. What's this? A ship full of bees? No. Here's something at the back of the hold. I have a cache of curiosities, 2 supplies, and 1 fuel.
Nice.
And some sort of barrel. Let's tap it. It's a cask of wine. And I have now 1 cask of mushroom wine.
Mushroom wine doesn't sound like my kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, but if you're living in this sort of world, it's probably the only thing you can have at this point.
Cell says, tea cakes, huh? I guess you should always eat those at a horror movie then. And Stricture says, the game is made by British people. Tea and its accompaniment are never a bad option to take. Tammy says, not the bees! To which Stricture says, quite.
Peterson's Rift. I still haven't found the bloody forest thing.
Potato's going to stick with his strawberry wine. I don't blame you. Mushroom wine. Ew.
I just realised fog makes my people nervous.
Stricture says that there actually is such a thing as mushroom wine. It doesn't appeal to me, I'll be honest.
Is this the Frog Kingdom?
Maybe.
I mean, look, there is a frog with too many eyes over there.
No, I think they're supposed to be warts like on a toad, rather than many eyes on its back.
You say that.
It's true, you never know. Potato loves mushroom soup. Yeah, I like mushroom soup too. Mushrooms are scary, says Lieutenant Lukin. Cell says, yes, they make alcohols out of everything. Mushrooms aren't even an inconsideration. I like that word, inconsideration. Tammy doesn't like mushrooms. Stricture said people wouldn't drink it if it wasn't good.
Or
I
if
don't
they
know,
wouldn't have
like
anything
some
else.
Cheap beer is pretty bad and people still drink it.
Those definitely look like eyes, my friends.
Oh, they kind of do, don't they?
The prison walls are mercilessly steep. Wisdom.
Prison.
Nubmit built this place as a prison for the Khanat. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. I could hand over a prisoner if had any. I can also compile a port report for the Admiralty. Haha, finally. Things are looking up for good old Captain Mir.
Yeah.
Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanat are most common, but you see Chelonite vessels, polytheremes, Tyromeres, with chained and sulky unfinished men, coursers disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their positions. I now have one of this, a report for wisdom. Nice.
That's a carnate.
Sorry. I could rescue no, perhaps not. I do not want to get your weird scum. But do they have a shop? I might need to stock up on fuel.
Yeah.
They do have a shop.
Can you sell anything else?
No.
Oh.
They only have harbour provisioners around here.
Oh.
Ooh.
What happens if you click on hold? Ah. Okay. Oh,
I shouldn't click on that. I made the mistake of throwing things overboard already in the past.
Oh dear.
Sorry. It's a bit hard keeping up these weird voices. Right.
Lieutenant Lucan says, also, I don't know about other countries, but in Russia we have cakes that are made out of something called bird milk. I still don't know what it actually is, and I don't want to know. And Cell says, knowing is half the battle. So you're really losing it. Stricture says, are they good to eat? Oh dear.
Apologies.
The voices are killing your throat, aren't they?
Well, that's in the soup lady.
And Potato says, my personal recipe to have any time of the day is hot mushroom soup, rice and sliced sausage all in one bowl, and it's very tasty. Yeah, I would definitely be up for that. Lieutenant Lucan says, I've tried them but never liked them. I probably can just easily Google it, but I want it to remain a mystery. Could be wise. Bird milk, huh?
Ah, yes, the rocks.
And Tammy says, how does one milk a bird? Never mind, I don't want to know. Stricture doesn't like rice in his soup. It soaks up too much moisture and becomes all soggy.
A friend of mine recently went to the cafeteria and started eating chips and beans for some reason.
Ooh.
It's alright.
That's probably got an electrical charge.
Oh, it does! Never mind then.
Hey, Mia, next time in London, get some more guns.
For that I'd need money.
We got lots of things to sell.
Not really. Bitmeat reef.
Stricture likes soup. Soup is a thing that I like when it's there. I don't know how to describe that. I would never. It's very.
You would never
rare.
eat non-existent soup.
No, it's very rare that I would choose it in a restaurant or something, because there's always something better than soup. But if somebody's made a big pot of soup and says,
like
would you
buffet?
like some of this? Then I almost always say yes. Was it chips or crisps with the beans?
British chips, so French fries.
But very chunky French fries.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Strips. Mushrooms are scary as living creatures, neither a plant nor an animal. Controls both plants and some animals with its spores, true. Some of them disguise themselves as edible, but are poisonous. Tato says, Sal would eat it if she doesn't have to make it, or pay for it. No, I eat it if there's nothing better on offer. And then I tend to find that I enjoy it. Mushrooms are the least scariest things compared to most of nature's horrors.
That's just a harbour provision.
No, I'm with Lieutenant Lucan on this. It's a good job that the brain controlling fungus doesn't affect large mammals, but they do affect amphibians as well as insects. Indeed, the only thing we can do to win the battle against nature is to embrace technology, says Cell Technology. Everybody embrace Cell. Hugs for Cell.
Do I aim for Abbey Rock or for Station 3?
Did Station 3 have fuel?
It has fuel, but I don't have the money for fuel. I do have the inkling that I might be able to get something from the Sisterhood. They did provide me with food last time, and all I had to do is listen to a creepy old woman's story.
Blemigan are a thing in this game. Cell says, is that like pemmican? Yeah, I don't know. What is Blemigan? Quick, flatten all the hills and cover the ground in concrete. Potato says, yeah, I worry for the day the world becomes like the game The Last of Us.
It's a game where fungus takes over the world.
Oh, is it? 'Cause I
Not
know...
necessarily. It's apparently also about feeling sad because your fictional daughter died, and your second adoptive fictional daughter is about to die too.
Uh-huh.
But I don't really want to buy into this game. It's unfortunately a console exclusive.
It's a 2-meter tall ambulatory mushroom with tentacles and a beak. Some write poetry. So sentient 2-meter tall ambulatory mushrooms. Lieutenant Lucan says, well, yeah, but we can just nuke scary animals. Mushrooms control the entire ecosystem with their roots. That's true.
Abbey Rock. Here the Grimm sisters' lair. Trade supplies, compile a port report. I haven't done that yet. As always, nothing is happening. The sisters watch us. We feel their eyes. The sea crashes on the rocks, withdraws. The fortress stands solid as the last year of the century. The greatest peril you risk here is a certain purpleness of prose. What? Never mind. Trade supplies, 20 echoes to be precise. I did not have that.
Sell stuff to them.
Resources are limited on this bleak rock. The Sisterhood will pay a fair price for supplies. Not a good price, mind you. But
price.
20 echoes is better. Plus I have 5. Do they... do they...
Well, on that one where it said, can you press go on the supplies thing? Trade supplies go?
Well, this just gives me some money in return for one supply crate.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I don't have any recent news. Maybe I can just watch them. Dangerous training. Like huge and deadly herons, the sisters stalk along the very tops of the walls. You watch through a spyglass as they leap and whirl, slashing at each other with a variety of frightening weapons. God, one of them just turned a somersault. That's all of now, but I've gained 5 fragments. 1 1/3 barrels of fuel.
That's not enough to get you back to London.
Is it?
No.
Is it? It's like right around the corner. I managed this much with half a barrel. I say I make it. I'm gonna make it. Watch me! But we'll make it without lights. Right, optimal course. Yeah. Yes. Oh no, I do not have time for the jellyfish menace right now.
Oh, it spotted you.
There, a warning shot. Oh no, the warning shot angered it. That's alright. Ah! A supply ship! Or a light ship. Its clear, bright beam warms the way. They long for news from home, or I could purchase fuel. It's twice the usual price! Never mind, I don't need rescuing that dearly. Okay. Down to the last barrel of fuel. But look! London is right here! Let's hope I don't get stuck in the harbour again. An offer of assistance? No thank you. I'm fine this time.
Let's just see what chat was saying while you pull in. Oh dear.
Sorry.
Fallen London, deep, dark, and marvelous. All voyages start here, and this is where successful voyages end.
Alright. Where was the Admiralty's office? I've got some things to report.
Okay, well you do that. Cell says, well either way, our world is covered in insects, microbes, and overall disgusting, horrid things. Fungi aren't even that good at infecting us. The stricture says they cover most of your skin, though. And Lieutenant Lucan says, yet. Cell says, indeed. The only way to win is to not play to the tune of nature. Only with the order of technology can we accomplish what we truly yearn. Lieutenant Lucan says microbes and viruses are scary, but at least we have some ways of combating them. Plus, deadly viruses don't cover most of the planet's surface. Insects are more of an annoyance that eat our crops. And Stricture says you can substitute on average two supplies for one fuel. Cell says, I'm not pro-fungi, or pro-nature really. Potato says you can sell some supplies. This is what while you were at the light ship. Stricture said, I was so happy when they reduced the health of the jellyfish. And Cell says, let's hope you don't cough the harbour. Lieutenant Lucan says, I should stop reading SCP stuff at 3 AM. You can get nightmares from literally anything. Okay, yes.
Sorry, I'm just selling my
cool.
port reports.
What about selling stuff from the stuff that you
I do not want to speak with the Admiral. Let's leave and go to the shops instead and see if I can sell something that I might have.
Oh, I can sell some of this!
Nice.
Yes.
And some of that.
And some of my mushroom wine. Do I want to sell that?
Yeah, because you get almost as much for it as you would get for buying it, as it would cost to buy.
Fair point. Oh no, I do not want to sell my cannon.
I make this mistake almost every time.
I don't really need a rat as Faber assistant. I already have a rat.
True.
Why is everything so expensive? Oh well. How am I suddenly up to 5 fuel barrels again? How did that happen? Did the Admiralty give me fuel in return?
Maybe.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Are you okay, Mir? That was a pretty nasty cough.
No, I'm not. I'm slowly dying, to be honest.
Stricture says, to my eternal disappointment, you can't drink the mushroom wine. Oh, so it's only a trade good. It's not a provision.
Oh, okay. Fair point. Do I want to visit the Rose Market? No, not really. Carouse in the Wolfstack Docks. There is no danger. Try to enjoy yourself. This will reduce your terror. You might run into trouble or romance. Okay, fine. Let's go out for a night in the docks. A marvellous night out, sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pup fire, and something more. You were fortunate. I've lost 5 terror, a new total of 25. Jesus, are they still that nervous? And I've lost 10 equity. No!
Well,
but I've got recent
a
news.
night on the town isn't that
Free?
cheap.
Oh, it should be.
Oh, Tammy's got to go. Bye, Tammy.
Farewell. Trouble and romance. That night in Wolfsnack, you find yourself sharing a table with a likely lass, a dapper clap, or someone whose name you do not afterwards recall. Who do we hang out with? She tipsily claims to be a spy. Whatever she is, she's easy to like, and when the evening ends, you're still together. Or a dapper chap, an elegant fellow with a presbyterian axe. What's a presbyterian?
Presbyterian is a type of religion. Is like a sect of Christianity. Chapter.
Accent and an unexpectedly delightful laugh. By the evening end, it seems natural that he should accompany you home. A night on the town means you're going to town, right? Asks Cell. Yes. Potato wants me to go for the likely lass. Okay. An interlude. The next morning she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist.
Don't you dare forget me.
Okay, who said that? I now have one of this, a locket with a likely lass portrait. And I've lost 3 terror too. Nice. Does the roast market reduce my... Why do I only have 54 days left to live?
I'm not sure.
I wasn't aware this is a problem.
Blemigan. That was what Stricture was talking about.
Oh. Was that a good thing? What was Stricture saying about them?
Just that there is Blemigans.
Sorry, I had to drink a bit of water in hopes that it might recover my poor voice. Right. Where did this woman want to go? What does she want again? Okay. Which you might reading her.
King Eater's Castle. The gallbladder's wasp. You know it? Its children are in me. She smiles. I can't be sorry. I can see such things.
She trails off, hungrily watching my face. What is she seeing?
King Eater's Castle.
She says, at last, rather breathily. Her hand goes up to her throat.
I would like to see King Eater's Castle through these eyes before I go.
King Eater's Castle can be found in the far southeast of the Untersea. Oh, Untersea? Hold on, is that the subsea? Or is that the normal sea? Southeast. Can we make it there? Oh, we haven't even touched that area.
Mind you, it might not be the far southeast. It might be just a little southeast of here.
Possibly. Well, in that case, how's our hold looking? We still have a strange catch. It might be some sort of fish, but best not to look at it closely. Usable in combat, lures a submerged sea beast to the surface. Can we sell that to the university or something?
Maybe.
A strange catch pickled into cuisance.
Yes.
Deep excitement. The scholar circles your specimen jar, tapping at the glass with a variety of tools. Screwdriver, magnet, scrutinizer, tuning fork, flensing knife, and a sort of splotted spoon. Yes, this will keep them going for weeks. She, or he, says, half to himself, we'll dine at the hay table tonight, I think. All right, I've got a favour and some echoes. Right, we shall use this to... Do we have any people, by the way, who want something? Dark Spectacle Admiral. You're ushered into his office of Mansion Spire, a cramped room with a vast desk. Oh, I could speak with the Admiralty after having worked with them. Oh, I could take this little gift.
Yes, a very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call Mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation, on account of he is so fond of sea captains.
Behind the blind bruiser of the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies. Accept the dispensation. Do make sure you have 15 points of space in the hold, or come back later. Would it be embarrassing to have to leave it on the dock? Did I have enough space? Oh yeah, I do definitely have enough space. Ah, damn it, I clicked him away. Who is this fella?
An airy wave. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and by men of wit and vinegar, and public house, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patrons would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, they do not imagine he would refuse your offer.
Yep, an honest man with an honest blade.
Yes!
He
Let's have
seems like
it!
a completely trustworthy bloke.
Well, my patron hopes that you find these little gifts to your liking, and expects that perhaps someday you might choose to call on him at the Medusa's Head. Should that day come, we will make you very welcome, and give you any safe conduct that you might require. Good evening to you.
I've gained 10 fuel barrels with a new total of 15, now we're talking, and 5 supplies. I also have accepted the proposal, and I now have race suspicion with the bobbies.
Straight as a sickle, says Sel. And Potato quotes a dock guard saying, "You are by far the worst transport ship I've ever heard of." Mia replies, "Ah, but you have heard of me."
Yes. Yes, my hold is full of nightmares. I appreciate
Is there
that.
no one we can sell curiosities to?
Probably.
Because I'd have thought if you could sell them anywhere, it'd be in London.
Well, yeah, but those are just stories. Those aren't actually physical things. I'd need to find somebody to talk to.
Oh, right, yeah.
Should I talk with the 2-2 artist? Not sure why.
Sure.
You're a real sailor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Clavermont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? The Dauntless Hand. Commemorate your daring. This will increase your iron by 2 permanently and cure up to 25 points of terror. I don't really want a tattoo.
Well, you don't need one right now.
Yeah. Oh. Remain unblemished. If you wanted your memories on your skin, you'd be a squid. This will reduce terror to 0 once only. Oh no, I should have done it when my terror was higher. You have no need of ink or needles. Your skin is your own, and so is your destiny. My terror quality is gone. An occurrence. Your memoirs. Your own sweet skin. Quality is now nothing at all. Yes, nice. Right, so I've got 20 fuel barrels.
Oh, we just got a no signal from the capture card. I think we need a new capture card.
We might.
How much is a kilogram of nightmares? Because if it's a ton, it has to sell for a ton, right?
I think the problem isn't the capture card, it's just the cable.
Oh, is that the cable I kept on tangling round my foot?
Yes, that cable. Well done, by the way. Let's quickly hop into the dry dock while we're around here.
What's that?
I do not want to visit the Admiralty's fuel stores. I need my favours. Let's stick with Peter Steinroth Shipyards. Fair job, decent price. They wanted 100 echoes. They want 75. How do I get rid of my wretched Mog? That didn't help. Go away. I don't need you. Farewell. I've made mistakes in my life. Do I pay the higher price for the reliable service?
Well, not that damage. It's not like last time where you were down in the 40s. Throw the Mog overboard.
Yeah, I'd like to. How do I do that? Cotter and how the sage it is. We've done it. On to King Castle something.
You inflict it upon certain viable targets. So you use it in battle. You need to entice it with suitable prey. And Cell says, define unviable targets.
Maybe we'll find that weird forest the Admiralty wants me to find too.
Maybe.
Right. Now here's a fun story. Oh, well provisioned. You're now well provisioned. Try venturing further from London. Goodbye. I have been venturing further from London the entire time already.
You probably need better guns before you go too much.
Papalapa. I'm fine. Plus, I don't really have the money for that. I haven't figured out how to make money yet, besides selling port reports. And the occasional fish I find. Right, fun story. Today, I was ruining the environment. I felt like this warranted a follow-up question like, oh no, Mir, how dare you? How did you ruin the environment?
I was just wondering that, and I was thinking, was it that you were doing lots of printing?
Yeah, I was doing lots of printing, but here's the catch. My dear esteemed colleague accidentally pointed me at a folder for 2018 February documents that needed to be printed in February 2018. So, being the guy who blindly follows instructions, because that's what office drones are supposed to do, I printed all of them several times, but they're waiting there for an ambush. Oh no. They ambushed me. We're burning! Oh no, we stopped.
The traditional method of getting rid of a starveling cat, aka a wretched Mog, is to mail it to someone you dislike. Ah, who needs guns when you can ram? Thunder, child! I support Mir wholeheartedly in his ruination of the environment. Thanks for ruining the environment, Mir.
Thank you. Come on. Oh, they can hit, but I can't.
They've probably got better guns. The problem comes if they've also got better engines.
Nah, it's fine. I'm gonna surprise them in the mist.
They weren't that surprised.
Oh, they will be in a moment. Because now they're trapped. Or I think being that close to them while firing on them might have some negative effects on my crew.
Yeah, apparently not, though.
I stand on the bridge with my likely last locket in my hand. It's a bit of a drastic reaction. Yes, middle of battle. Let's throw it away. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely and sea captains die young. With enough time and effort, you could break her heart or she yours. Well, let's keep it for now. But we've lost one terror.
That's nice.
So that's good.
And Potato says, oh, hang on, missed a bit. Well, you are in command of a coal-powered vessel, so you are technically on fire, says Stricter. And Cell says, well, that's controlled combustion to you. Potato says, well, Mia, the enemy ship is bigger, longer, and harder than you. Stricture says, still lacks aft equipment, though.
Me or them? I hope
Them.
you don't mean them, because if they had aft equipment, I would have had a problem here.
Yeah. And
Same
the
going for
boarding-
boarding mechanics.
The
Ooh.
boarding mechanics were never implemented.
Creased and grimy, it's a page from a journal. Until the sixth candle was extinguished. Now we all watch the flame as it stood up, as it were on tiptoe, taller and bluer each heartbeat. Its light grew brighter in the moment before it failed, so that I saw the faces of all my companions, drawn and white as if we were already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself up like a dancer and was extinguished. Dark fell upon us all like a wave, and I heard the hatchling uncoil. I've gained a terror! Thank you! I needed that. I could have just not read that book, but alright.
the famous Mia's behind attack, or the back attack. Oh, Lieutenant Lucan was saying earlier that you should get that cough checked out, because he was coughing a little bit one day, and then the next day,
Cancer!
bam, 38.5 degree temperature, and he had pneumonia.
Where did that suddenly
Pretty
come
nasty.
from?
A tale of terror, not a terror.
Yeah,
Potato
sorry.
calls it the butt attack, as Potato would.
Right, so I was printing all of that stuff, and I was actually talking with one of the lawyers there. You have to... How do I describe the man? Okay, so imagine Professor Snape from Harry Potter, but making him a bit larger. There you go. That's him. And I was suggesting to him that given how often I was hanging around by the printer in that area, I should open up a summer home there. He wholeheartedly disagreed because he didn't like the idea of me setting up a small garden along with a little table where we could eat cake. In my defense, they already had like 2 cakes already sitting on the cabinet there, so I thought, you know, a small garden centre, just improve the situation a little bit? So why not? But apparently he doesn't want that.
Is that the guy who sits next to the printer?
Well, you know who I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
he
just
sits
checking.
next to the printer.
because he doesn't actually look anything like Professor Snape.
Don't say that. You're ruining my analogy here.
A larger Professor Snape would be an older Kylo Ren. I'm trying to think who he's like much more like a country gentleman. I'm trying to think of anybody who, like some sort. He's definitely a stereotype or a trope. He's a nice guy though.
The Fathom King's holds Lokinsport, named for that most enterprising of drownies. Phosphor cells burn green, somewhere below the king awaits. Like an iceberg, like a bizarre master scheme, like beneath itself, most of the hold is invisible. You see only a tiny portion of sculptured coral, the rest waits below the surface. The Fathom King's bone rooms and aquaria, his pearl snares and his dining chambers. Descend for an audience with the Fathom King. Fathom King? Nah, I don't think we can do that yet. Permit shore leave. Perhaps your sailors would like to take their air ashore.
Oh, maybe if you let them go on shore, the mog won't come back.
Yeah, or the creepy woman won't come back and I don't have anyone to operate my engine. A ruby dream.
Ooh.
Captain, I walk the shore at the edge of the coral caps. The drownies sported there. They called my name. They said I could join them if I partook of the feast. Their eyes were red pearls, Captain. I dare not sleep. There is such a hunger on me. We've gained 5 terror, everybody. Nice, thank you, thanks, Sal. And I now have 1 fragment, and I gained 10 hunger. Yes, lovely, well done. I'm not letting them off the port here again. Let's just write a report for the Admiralty and carry on. They have shops. They do not have shops. Moving on.
Potato says, me sitting on the deck of a boat. Meh. Are we there yet? Jellyfish type thing. What?
A lone fluke. Maybe it hasn't spotted us yet.
Is that a bad thing? Well, I know
Well,
it's
they're
a
all bad
thing, but
things.
is it a really bad thing?
Oh, God! Yeah, that's the normal behaviour for fish.
And then there's an electric thing up
That's
to the
fine,
north.
it's fine. I'll just have my lights off and nobody will ever harm us again. We should be with the castle soon.
Nice relaxing bit of R&R.
Anyway, eventually I threw all the papers I had printed away, much to the dismay of that particular lawyer that I was talking with about summer homes, because he was frustrated that I was keeping hold of the printer for so long. He wanted to print something himself. Well, he should have just gotten up and printed stuff, like I do, all the time, which is why nobody ever gets to print anything.
He's a printer hog.
Me or them?
No, him.
Right.
That's no fish, that's a battle station. He said as he turned his lights on. This is a spooky place.
Well, most of the places around here are. However, while I was walking my big pile of papers back to the desk I was working at, the fire alarm announcement.
That looks fancy.
The boat or the
boat.
place?
Looks a bit too fancy.
That's fine. Ah, of course. I immediately shipped to the wrong side of the island to park. Sal Technology says, Mia's hogging up all the print, no wonder newspapers are failing. Well, not just that. I do believe that in the entire organization, I, and by extension the team I'm working with, has the reputation of being a room-hoarding dragon, as in, we reserve meeting rooms throughout the year, at all times, every time, even meeting rooms we don't need, just so we can have them, really? And it's working well.
And to the dismay of the friends of the tree who gave its life for the paper.
The utter shroom, the queenly core of this spore-haunted sea.
And Lieutenant Lucan says that this looks like the spore's first stage. Well, let's climb the fungal fibre ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious villagers scratch a living here amidst an endless cloud of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids. None of them ever leave. Monsters, one explains darkly. Sea full of monsters.
It's true. Got points.
Right, we could search the shroom top, fibrous huts, spore forks, that endless damn purple smell. Is there anything else? Or visit the village, hospitable? Not exactly, but they usually don't chase you off with sticks, and they usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. Or gather intelligence. What happens here on top of a mushroom the size of a Marlborough? Where's my port report? Is that it? A slow survey. The villagers live a shabby but sufficient life. The Antishroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. I now have one port report. Thank you very much. And let's talk with the villagers. A day of spores. The Antishroom releases spores according to its own inscrutable schedule. Inscrutable schedule. Today the air was soupy thick. They coat your hair, they clog your throat, they gather like a sleep in the corners of your eyes. Conversations with the shroomers is impossibly hard. You return to the ship where you find a tiny purple mushroom growing already in your ear. Yes, one tale of terror, please. Well, while we're already here, might as well search it. Secret sweetness. There's something different about this patch of mushroom rind. It's crumbly, friable. You dig into it, and a rich, aptly smell emerges from beneath. You found a pocket of different fungus stuff. Pale green and delicious. Your crew scoops it into buckets, embedded in fruit. Solace fruit. They grow in swamps far from here. This is peculiar. Time it is. I now have one extra nori implication, and I've got 5 supplies.
And 3 solace fruits.
Nice. They do not have a fuel shop up here, though. Right. Well, onwards we march.
This looks like Spore's first stage.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Does the Queen give a New Year's TV speech in Great Britain? She gives a Christmas Day speech. I'm not sure about a New Year TV speech. I don't think so, but I don't really watch TV. So she might do, and I'm not really sure.
The best person to ask this would be Apple. He has, all the fan merchandise of the Queen.
The utter shroom. There is no soup bowl large enough yet. Sal, do you know of a company called World Financial Group? Doesn't ring a bell? Yeah, I don't like mushrooms. These mushrooms are definitely bad mushrooms. Understood, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I was carrying papers back to my desk, and as usual, as they do every Wednesday, they test the fire alarm, and they announce it, and, so people aren't suddenly shocked when when the fire alarm goes off. But every time they announce it, it scares me too. And comically, I almost threw a pile of paper into the air as I was walking back. It's hurting me every time. I know it's coming. And then to make matters worse, they announce that they're going to play the sound, so I brace myself for it, but they take unusually long to play the sound again, as they usually do. Then I relax because it hasn't come yet. And then I get scared again when the sound plays.
And I bet you let out a squeal as well, didn't you? As well as doing some sort of somewhat exaggerated physical movement.
What are these?
They don't look good. But they seem to fade in your light.
Where is everyone? Where did they go? They're here. They're here. You're not alone. Yes. I don't think I need to go farther south. Let's go more east. Oh! A lighthouse. Never mind, I'm all in it now.
Is it a lighthouse?
Well, I hope so, otherwise I might have a problem. The hull's doing fine. A buttery bloom of light on the southern horizon. You approach Varch's the mirrored city.
We've got spooky
The killing
music.
wax wind blows you from the south. Engines labour, sailors cry out and fall. Yeah, okay, never mind.
Is it making you go really slow?
Yeah, they're distant bells to be heard. Potato suggesting that this could be the edge of the map. Well, not quite. It goes down further. But it possibly could be. Still, I haven't found that castle yet that we're looking for.
Cell said, looking on a scale of 1 to 10 bad, I'd say that's a 10 bad. Stricture suggested it was a lightship. No, it's just a lighthouse. Fart City. Oh, it spotted you.
No, it hasn't. See? It hasn't. It doesn't know we're here.
Waiting for the Queen's speech.
Menace.
Oh god, that's a big one and all. Queen is strangely silent. Finally she starts speaking. The great feast has begun. Don't try to escape.
Hold on.
You just stand there. As first
Sorry.
Yeah.
The great feast has begun. Don't try to escape.
Hold
You
on.
just stand there as first screams are heard. Stricture says, to the south. Cell says, look, no feast is complete without a flamethrower.
Ewan's Way.
I think
Oh.
that's probably Ewan.
Sorry.
Just an Irish name.
Leslie Hart. Oh, heavens, what's happening here? They're a bit bright. Tune it down, guys.
Astival. Oh, this is Astival. Ah, that's what Stricture said.
Astival. Sunlight. A great beam of sunlight bathes the island. Squint into the dazzle. Far above, there's a hole in the roof. In that light, you see beaches of white gold. Sand, trees, heavy with bright fruit, the reds and blues and greens of the surface. Investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here, and what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? Or gather supplies, or go beachcombing. But first, Admiralty reports.
Lieutenant Lucan says exactly what I was thinking. What a lovely island. Too lovely.
It's a crab. That's it. It's the crustacean menace trying to deceive me. A burning after image. Your eyes water, the pages blur. The report is one of joy-filled complaint. Estival has a beauty too bright to be appreciated, but perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. Well, let's investigate the ruins. Red bird singing, a garden overgrown with berry bushes, a wooden trestle table set for a meal, chairs strewn with bones, a half-dozen skeletons. A red-breasted bird perches on a grinning cranium. It crocks an eye at you and bursts into a song, a liquid thrilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence, no fire, no bullets, no bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down for breakfast as the surface sunlight spilled over them. Sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Astival is as beautiful as anywhere underneath, and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom if you could do something about the sun. But what? What has power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? Umbrellas! To found a colony, bring something to Astival that can protect against sunlight. Oh, sun cream, of course. And I now have one memory of distant shores. Well, while we're here, let's gather some supplies. The jungle here bursts with life. Exotic delights. You fill your stores with breadfruit, sugar cane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs, and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. But on the way back to the ship, one of your crew topples over with a groan. She's smiling blissfully. "Go on, Captain," she says. "I've missed the sun." Her eyes close. Sunlight is perilous for those who've lived in the neath for too long. "I've lost one of my crew. Oh, well, it happens." Oh, I can't go beachcombing anymore. Well, that's that. We didn't quite find the castle.
It's probably an evil mimicking parasite who is going to consume you, turn you into a part of itself, luring more people inside. Stricture says, "No, it's perfectly safe. Well, you might die from the sunlight, but such is life in the neath." Tell says, "Sunbrellas."
Such is life in glorious Hortstotska. Sorry.
And Lieutenant Lucan says, "Wait, sun kills people?"
Yeah, it happens. I mean, if you just touch the sun, you would have some problems too.
It's true, if you were close enough. Oh, is that what it is? It's in the future and the sun has become bloated and dangerous with its radioactivity. Ooh.
Look at that! A hand! Do you need one?
I wouldn't sail under... Oh,
Do you think this looks like a castle?
It looks like...
It's large enough.
Stone...
It could be a castle.
Guy.
King Eater's
Ooh.
Castle, my dear friends. We have arrived. Oops, that's the wrong button. Ah, finally. Rejoice, my friends. It looks more like a coliseum, but fair. Fair point. It works. The surface is apparently fine. Welcome to the port of Pennington. Echo stalk your thoughts. The colonnades. King Eater's Castle. An old veracity lives here in the far reaches of the sea. The priests are long gone, but sacrifices are still made. Perhaps you've come here to make a sacrifice of your own. Perhaps the sacrifice is you. Allow the Gallite engineer to go ashore. Out, first things first. Compile a port report. Everything is horrible. It's not really an appropriate title for a formal report, is it? But, you know, let's find something a little more clinical.
Oh, did you read the top bit of that? But just go back to port report. Oh, can you?
I cannot. Sorry, what was the top bit about?
It's something about doom and gloom and threat and
Whoops.
and stuff.
Allow the Gallite engineer to go ashore.
This is the place, please, Captain. My time is close.
Here, my friend. She rises on her feet like a dancer and darts towards the shadowed altar.
Oh, so much. I see so much. Red roses here. Look here. The dawn is bleeding. The stars are hungry. East. It went east when it was done. There are drums beneath my feet. Look where I rise. Look when I am going. Oh, those colours, those colours. My heart, my heart.
She collapses with a jubilant buzz. A cloud of red wasps bursts from her circle, once and rise and disappear among the shadows of the column tops. High above you hear an answering buzz. Where she indicated roses, you find a cache of fuel buried beneath the bones of sacrifices. Where she spoke of drums, you find Kanat religious treasures beneath a stone. World stones, ivory cups, and a hand drum of shell. The sailors carry her corpse back to the ship. You spare a single glance for the ruined rags of her face. It's enough to see that she died smiling. I've lost one Gallite engineer. A new total of 0. Need to go back to the shop to get more of those. I've gained 5 barrels of fuel, and I now have 3 outlandish artifacts. Is there anything else we can do here? A woman in rack stands on the battlement, staring to the east. And I cannot eat my crew.
I think you should have a look at the 6th witness.
Right. A woman in rack stands on the battlement, staring to the east, startled by your approach.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't expect anyone else to be here. Sit with me. No, do not look east. I only dare because I know I will see nothing like the 5 before me. It is my first time at sea. We do not get out much, but you must have travelled far to end up here. Tell me your stories.
You barely begin before she interrupts.
How about the Gant Pole? They say they see the future. If you go, could you ask what the 7th will witness? I happily give my life to prepare the ground, but to know would be the greatest of honours.
An occurrence. Your Gant Pole, witness to nothing, quality is now 1. The 6th witness asked you to visit the Gant Pole. Did she tell me where it is? Probably not. That's everything I could do here. I doubt they have a gift shop on this island. What did my chief engineer do for a living?
I'm not sure, but let's have a look.
Gantman Pole.
Where were we? I think this is in response to my description of what happened. Stricture says, sort of, technically. If you receive what would be a mortal blow on the surface in the Neath, you won't die. But if you come into contact with sunlight afterwards, you have a chance to die from it. This is so since the laws of nature are weaker, a lot weaker in the Neath. But sunlight, all starlight really, reinforce and enact the laws of nature. And Lieutenant Lukin says, it happened instantly. 6.8 billion people perished instantly when something happened to the sun. Their skin and bones melted. Now the survivors cover in deep bunkers and caves. Beware the light. Bad thing, bad thing, bad thing. Definitely a bad thing.
They're shining like a beautiful ship, an angel.
It's gotta be a bad thing.
Yeah. Everything's a bad thing in your eyes.
Make a nice mint on that, then off to London. Stricture says that's not what happened at all. It's very simple. A group of anthropomorphic bats and their lovesick spaceship stole London and brought it underground. That's what happened. Lieutenant Lucan said, no, I just have to stop reading too much stuff online. It can literally make everything evil. And Cell says, so nothing out of the ordinary really. Everything extraordinary is just got shooted down here. See, oh, Charlie's here. Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
You see. Stricture said it is a pretty bad thing. Told you it was a bad thing.
Hold on, which was a bad thing?
The thing that was circling with the shining light.
Oh no, it's lovely. It would have been great. And nothing could have ever ruined this.
Potatoes says, if Mir was dressed up in a T-Rex costume, Sal would be going, bad thing, bad thing. And Charlie says, I managed to be around. Yay, Charlie.
3 hoorays for you. Welcome at sea. It's me, Captain Mir, just captaining around.
Captain Mir. What? Bad thing.
Navigating the seas like tiptoeing around a bloody minefield with all those crabs around.
Yeah, Stricture says the glorious dreadnoughts are pretty bad indeed. Was that the glowing circling thing to the south that I told me? Bad thing, bad thing, bad thing.
Yeah, probably.
The glorious dreadnought.
Hold on. There's a port over there.
Oh.
Why is the port like right around where this weird...
I suspect it's the other way round. I suspect that weird
The port is the...
was attracted to the port. Probably because they've been dumping... Looks like a trilobite of some description, but...
I can't see the port. I'm supposedly right next to it.
Maybe it's at it. A beer moustache.
No. You don't see me. You don't see me. You don't see. Oh, it sees me. Oh, it doesn't see me.
For something that doesn't see you, it's following you an awful lot.
No, it's not. People are pretty terrified. I should not turn off the light so much anymore.
And you've only got 8 fuel left. You might want to head somewhere with fuel.
Yes, I'm going for the Bonnie Reefs. Straight across.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'll find the Packland Pole or something on the way there. Although, if I read that correctly, we only have 10 minutes left, so I need to find a port soon.
Oh, yeah.
The Azaquaric Abyss. That's good to know.
Nothing with such a glorious moustache could possibly be bad. An underwater port.
Oh! Yeah, I'm not ready for those yet.
Lieutenant Lukins says, it doesn't see me. Stage 1, denial. Oh, spiders, look, webs.
No!
There are spiders in everything in that mere place.
Why do you do this to
Look
me?
at them. Look at them all wiggling and scribbling. Don't forget you're still low on fuel.
Is that a
fuel.
spider fish?
Do you think they sell fuel?
Oh yeah, obviously the spiders sell fuel. They love being flammable.
Do you think spiders can swim? Oh, the music is very fitting around it. Saviour's Rocks.
They look like spiders that may well be sentient. They look like
That doesn't improve the situation, really.
bridges and things. They're obviously cooperative.
I'm not sure if I want to go underneath one of those.
6 fuel.
We're burning light. I'll make a mental note to never come here again.
Oh, what's that?
Something extremely
Oh, that's
bright.
coral, isn't it? Yeah, it's glowing coral. And those will be coral spores.
The Aferox channel.
5 fuel.
Psst, it's alright. I'll just find a pirate ship and raid them. Does that make me a pirate? The Reef of Roses. Oh, I see why they call it that.
What have I missed? Still says, look now, most animals are sentient. It takes some real spider work for them to be sapient like us. It's that pirate. It might not be a spider. A spider.
Oh,
No,
heavens.
it's definitely.
Oh, the visage. Oh,
Oh,
they
dear.
do not like me. Ugh.
Oh, good job. That
Maybe
one
I
missed.
don't want to dock here.
Yeah.
Map. Then again, a port report.
Let's see. Charlie said.
Oh no!
What? Oh, he's chasing you.
It got stuck on the island.
I think we're talking about spiders. Depends on the type. Some can swim and some can... I think that was sail. Cell says, indeed, spider webs are known for their suspending capabilities. Potato likes the dynamic music. And Lieutenant Lucan says, yeah, spores on the left, spiders on the right. I love this place. It's not very dynamic, though. Cell says, no, you're an anti-pirate. Potato says, yeah, mere, 'tis a foolish place. Keep sailing. Cell says, oh, look, it's Capacala. Capacala? Capacala. Well, this looks like somewhere that may well have...
Yeah, I'm trying to find the port. Can I
get under the bridge?
I tried that last time and I bumped into it. I can go under it. Welcome to Khan's Heart.
Ah, this must be the Carnet.
Fellas! How are we doing for time, by the way?
5 minutes, so it's pretty much there.
Khan's Heart, London's rival.
Probably a nice place to start, actually, with...
I suppose so. Khan's Heart, London's rival, an oasis of light in the salt-black wastes. Canals thread the painted city, street lamps glow and water taxis putter. Seek a commercial license. The Kanganians dislike merchants and they dislike foreigners. Foreign merchants introduce paroxysms of antipathy. Paroxysms of antipathy. Perhaps sufficient bribes will buy your way into the Nephrite Quarter. Or time in the tea house. The Copper Quarter offers comfort to foreigners, but the prices are, to put it mildly, mischievous. 50 echoes for some tea? Right, or I could hire some crew. Which costs me 30 echoes, but I get some crew. Or wander through Khan's Heart. Foreigners are restricted to the Copper Quarter, but as long as you don't try to cross the bridges, you can explore it reasonably safely. Or purchase fuel at an outrageous price! The Cannet merchants grin when they see you coming. An unlicensed foreign captain, they'll pick a price and triple it. 50 echoes for a single barrel. No, I think I'm gonna go shipping onwards next time. Or purchase supplies at a ludicrous price. Pay a storyteller. This seems like an extortionate place. Oh heavens. Gather report. The Cannet generally assume that all foreigners are spies or worse. It would be a shame to disappoint them, but it might be dangerous to prove them right. As Kaganian suspicion increases, this action becomes more difficult. If you have an intelligence network here, it's easier. I'll think about it until next stream.
Yeah. I think maybe next stream might be an idea to recruit somebody first and then see what happens.
Possibly. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this stream and would like to see me tucker around more through the undersea and basically turn this... This is basically extended story time with Sal, only this time it's Mir. Tune in next week on Wednesday at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, where I'll be continuing doing this. Alternatively, if you'd like to watch Sal do something, she's probably going to stream at some point, sometime, anytime between now and then, but she's usually guaranteed to also stream regularly on Thursdays, or again at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time, which will be about 2 hours ago from now if you're watching this live. There is also the option of a potato stream on, I believe, Sunday? On Potato's channel, where he'll be streaming, I assume, still Resident Evil, and I'll go back to playing Nier Automata on Monday, again at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time. I've done all the things. I've done diddle doodle the outro. How much time do I have left?
I think it's probably
Never mind, it's Saturday when Potato streams.
Yeah, I think it's probably... I don't know how to get it back from being full screen so I can press
hit
the
escape.
Stop. Okay, like that. Right, that works. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, if unless I do an ad hoc stream tonight of Pixelmon. Bye.